Hey, Sam here. Today I want to show you how to make one of my favorite fall cookies. I have a lot of favorite fall cookies, but these pumpkin spice cookies are one I shared many years ago, and they just don't really get a lot of attention, and they should. There's no actual pumpkin in this recipe. Instead, we are flavoring it with all of those flavors that you think of when you think of pumpkin spice. They come together really easily. So I'll stop talking and let's get started. Grab a large mixing bowl, and to this, we're going to add, first I need my spatula. We'll add 1 cup of softened unsalted butter. Scrape all that in there. We do not waste butter here. We're also going to add 1.5 cups of firmly packed brown sugar. I personally prefer a blend of light and dark brown sugar. I'll split it, what is that? 3/4 cup of each in the bowl. You can use just light brown sugar if that's all you have on hand, but the dark brown sugar really does add something special. Helps make the cookies really chewy. Now at this point, I also like to add my pumpkin spice. This is a tablespoon of pumpkin spice, and I like to cream it in with the butter. I just feel like it helps the flavors show up more in the finished product. And I'll also add my cinnamon here, just a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Just helps amp up the flavor a little bit and that spiciness factor. All right, let's go ahead and cream together the butter and the sugar until everything's nicely combined. Okay, after about like a minute of creaming the ingredients together, we're going to add our egg. We need 1 large egg. This recipe. Room temperature is not as important as it was with some of my other recipes. And we're also going to add 1 large egg yolk. You can save the egg white for meringues or anything like that if you'd like, but you just need that yolk for this recipe. And we are also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which just perfectly accents, all the flavors of pumpkin spice. Vanilla and pumpkin spice definitely go together. And we're going to stir the eggs into the batter, the eggs and the vanilla. Once that's, creamy, well combined, we actually should pause real quickly and scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl just to make sure everything really is nicely incorporated, which it is. If you are using a stand mixer, you especially want to be scraping the sides and bottom of your bowl regularly, as it's easy for like some of the butter or other ingredients to get caught in the bottom and you don't realize they're not getting mixed in. Let's just set this to the side, grab a separate mixing bowl, and to this we're going to add 2 3/4 cup or 350 grams of all-purpose flour, along with a teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar, which adds a really nice touch to the cookies. We'll also add a 1/2 teaspoon of table salt, slightly heaping 1/2 teaspoon. Go ahead and mix everything together. Your kitchen's gonna smell so good while you're making these. Let's bring back our cookie dough, and we're going to gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet. I recommend doing this in like 3 or 4 parts. Just don't add it all at once or it's going to make the dough really dry. You want the flour to absorb gradually. 2, and we'll do this in 3. Okay, once everything seems well combined, we're just going to scrape the bowl again just in case there are any sneaky pockets of flour. Look at that. See? That's why we do this. Can't trust a mixer. I'll do another quick mix. All right, and once everything is actually well combined, which it finally is, we are going to chill the dough. Now, I have baked this dough without chilling it. It actually fares pretty well, but you get a better flavor when you chill it for at least 30 minutes. And if your butter was a little bit melty like mine was, it's also going to benefit from a chill and keep the cookies from spreading too much. Let's cover this with plastic. And we'll be back in 30 minutes. And in the meantime, I recommend getting your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, after 30 minutes, our dough is ready to bake. And I have a helper who showed up to help me. Recipe is great for making with the kids. And what is your name?
Rhett.
Mr. Rhett is here to help me. Okay, Rhett, let's make our cinnamon, our pumpkin spice and sugar topping. Go ahead and put this in the bowl. This is a 1/4 cup or 50 grams of granulated sugar, and then you can add that too. And then a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice you can get from the store, like in the spice aisle. Sometimes it's called pumpkin pie spice, they're the same. But I also have like a really short, quick and easy tutorial. I shared a video of it and it's on my website if you can't find pumpkin spice and want to make your own. Go ahead and mix this together. Should probably have given you a smaller whisk, huh? And while you...
And I need a pee.
Oh, and we need a bathroom break. So for the cookies, we're going to scoop them into 1.5 tablespoon-sized scoops. I love my favorite cookie scoop here. Try to remember to link to it. That's fine, we're actually done with that. And Rhett, I'm gonna give this to you, and you're gonna go ahead and roll it into a ball. Here, go ahead and roll it into a nice smooth ball. And once we've rolled it into a ball, we're going to roll it through that pumpkin spice cinnamon mixture. So just like this, Rhett, get it all nicely covered. The whole thing covered. Looks great. And for you? Do you like these cookies? Yeah, very easy to make, aren't they? Great job. You can go ahead and roll that in the sugar. You're doing a great job. Good. All right, last one, right? Okay, these will need to bake in the center rack of our 350 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven. I find they normally need to bake for about 9 to 10 minutes. All right, we lost Rhett, but rest assured he will resurface by the time these cool. And you do want to let them cool completely on your baking sheet. They should actually be just a smidge underdone when you pull them out of the oven. That way, as they cool, they finish baking, but they don't overbake. This means your cookies are gonna stay soft and chewy for days. And they may look a little bit puffed when they first come out of the oven, but they usually settle down and then look a little bit crackly after they've cooled. All right, that is how you make these pumpkin spice cookies. So full of fall flavor and one of my favorites. I think one of my kids' favorites too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. You try it? Cheers? Oh, no waiting.
No.
Okay, what do you think?
Good.
How many stars?
15,000.
And my stars are there is in space.
10,008,099.
More than there are in space.
I would say it's a cookie worth trying. Thanks, guys. Oh, I thought that was a shell.
Last look. This is the makeup team. Coming this way. Hair and makeup.
You look great, kiddo. Yeah. Oh, the pan's still hot, I forgot.
10 gazillion more. And there is in space.
Introduce yourself. Oh, almost broke it. We did it!